Real quick before we jump into the video, guys, for the rest of this year I'm going to be on a fundraising campaign to raise a minimum of £1,000 for the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. For more information on the charity and what it does, and for the donation links, please look in the description below. And thank you all for your continued support. Enjoy the show. What's going on, guys? Right, I'm a teacher announced, and we're back with the RBL week number 2. Your Royal Bomber Bombies are taking on the Huntsville Bulbasaurs and Coach Rotten Tomatoes 005. This is going to be a fun one, and of course, as you can still see, no webcam. However, I am treating you guys to my avatar now animated, thanks to the wonderful Alec and Savantes for making this all possible. But we are here, and Rotten's got a very different looking team to what we're used to seeing him, of course. We know Rotten primarily for Sun, but this season he took himself out of his comfort zone and drafted very, very different. This team is very, very strong. There's a lot of good points to it. So I'm pretty excited to play against it. Rotten and I have always had some banger matches. So we'll see how well this goes, but we'll take you through his team as always, and then we'll go through what I'm bringing, because my team's a little bit fun this time, so I'm looking forward to this one. So, on his team, he has a G-Max Cinderace, which is of course one of the most powerful G-Maxes in the format in my opinion. It's very fast, can be physical or special, hits incredibly hard, gets a lot of coverage moves. Most commonly with the G-Max Fireball, of course, working with Pyro Ball. Typically runs Bounce or Acrobatics for max Airstream, and usually he can run anything else. It can get Sucker Punch and stuff like that, so it can run a lot of different moves. I wouldn't be too surprised if he runs something like Gunk Shot. He may not need it, because he can just run Acrobatics for Whimsicott anyway, but we'll see. Amoonguss, of course, very strong redirector, with access to Rage Powder, Spore, typically Sludge Bomb, and usually one other move, usually Protect, but it can run a lot of different things. But I expect it to be full support. Amoonguss is very, very good, because it can actually, really cause a lot of problems for my team. However, I do have a countermeasure prepared for it. Sylveon, of course, really offensive fairy, but also has decent amount of bulk as well, thanks to Pixelate. Those hyper voices do a ton of damage. But of course, they run quick attack to enable things like the Dragonite. Dragonite does get access to multi-scale and inner focus's abilities, so could work around that as well. Gets a decent amount of coverage moves too, so always got to watch out for Sylveon. And he has his Hail Core, the Vanillux, and Alolan Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash, of course, with Sand Rush. Can be very scary, very hard physically offensive mon. Also decently physically bulky as well. However, being quad weak to fire can make this a little bit problematic, as well as being quad weak to fighting, and I have a Terrakion, so he might be a little bit scared to bring it, but I won't be too surprised to see it come. Dusknoir, pretty interesting one. Bulky, pretty bulky, decent offensive power when it wants to be as well. Can be a Trick Room setter, can be a Trick Room user, but I don't expect it to really be either of those things. Purloin, actually something not to be slept on here, even though it is in Tier 5. Purloin, Baby Liepard, does also get Prankster, does get Fake Out, so it does get a few things that actually do make Purloin really worth it. It gets pretty much the same move pool as Liepard does, just a lot frailer and a lot worse stats because it is the pre-evo. Dragonite can be anything. Dragonite's very versatile, which is very scary. I did mention the multi-scale and the inner focus, so I can't necessarily fake it out, but if he does run inner focus, then the policy strat is less effective, because he ends up taking more damage. But Dragonite, very, very scary mon anyway, can be physical or special, gets a lot of max options, so I definitely have to watch out for that thing. Rotom Wash, probably the best Rotom in doubles, except for Rotom Heat in my opinion. Electric and Water is a pretty annoying typing, and the fact that it has Levitate means I can't just pack a Ground Tech move for it. So largely I just have to pack a Grass move, which is not too big a deal for my team when I have a Whimsicott naturally that can learn a Grass move. I also have plenty of Pokemon that get Grass coverage. So pretty scary. And Golurk, of course, another Trick Room mon, if he opts to bring it. Although Dusknoir and Golurk have quite a few common weaknesses in Ghost and Dark, so I'll be very surprised if he actually brings that. But I wouldn't be too surprised for a potential Trick Room mode on this team, purely for the simple reason my team is very fast and it's very hyper offensive, so definitely something to bear in mind. I have to bear in mind that pace matchup is in my favor out of Trick Room, but in Trick Room it might be a little bit difficult for me, but we will see. So let's take you through the team I'm bringing for this match, and as always with Rotten, I always bring some pretty funny names. We have Sugar, of course, which is the Whimsicott, which is what he named his Whimsicott the last couple of seasons, so I figured I would follow suit and be the ultimate anime betrayal. You know the drill. Standard Focus Sash Prankster with Tailwind, Moonblast, Taunt, and this time Worry Seed. Worry Seed is a pretty nice little move to have access to because Worry Seed shuts down some of these abilities. If I can take the Libero off the Cinderace, for example, it can't change its type, which is actually very, very impactful. It can also nerf Cinderace's damage pretty heavily. Also taking it off of Sylveon, which means no Pixelate, it makes it harder for it to potentially proc Dragonite's weakness policy with things like Quick Attack. I can also just take off Dragonite's multi-scale, make it a lot weaker as well. In that sense, so it ends up taking more damage. I can do a lot of things with this. I can deny Sandslash's speed boost, of course, with the Prankster Worry Seed, which is always pretty nice. So being able to deny abilities definitely helps us out a lot. This can work out pretty nicely as well for Rotom as well, taking its Levitate away. Could actually be pretty handy, although I don't necessarily have a guaranteed Worry Seed because the Sash is mostly to enable Tailwind. But nonetheless, this is a pretty scary little set to run. I think he may not expect Worry Seed because not many Whimsicots tend to pack it, but this is a good time to bring it out. Next up is going to be Cumshot, the Inteleon, of course. Running the Expert Belt like we did we actually ran Scope Lens last time. Running Expert Belt this time. I could run Scope Lens again, but I actually want the extra damage. Of course, with Sniper, with Snipe Shot, Icy Wind, Protect, and Air Slash. Fun fact about Snipe Shot is you can't actually redirect it, so even if he does lead Amoonguss to try to protect that Cinderace, Inteleon still outspeeds and I can still land a Snipe Shot. It'll do a sizable amount of damage. It doesn't necessarily OHKO. This could also be a pretty good max target if I choose to bring it. Icy Wind is there for speed control in case he does try to Airstream, or he does actually try to outpace me in a pace matchup. Air Slash is there, for, of course, for my own max Airstream. I had Mud Shot on this originally, largely to hit the Rotom, but I actually didn't feel like that was worth it in the end. I think having Air Slash is a little better. It allows me to hit Amoonguss a little bit harder as well, particularly as Air Slash is a high crit ratio and I have Sniper, which means that my crit moves tend to do a lot more damage anyway. So, we'll see how well this goes. Inteleon can be a pretty big threat. One thing that is worth noting is this is one max speed, or one base speed rather, faster than Cinderace, which means that I outspeed him guaranteed, so even if he does try to Rage Powder, I'm still going to get a hit off. Next up is going to be the debut of Rocky Big Ass, the Terrakion, holding safety goggles this week. This would prevent it getting spored, because Terrakion does not necessarily hit Amoonguss for super effective damage. But we are max attack adamant with max speed. This outspeeds basically everything on his team bar Cinderace, and Sandslash and Sun. We have Rock Slide, Close Combat, Iron Head, and Protect. This is pretty much the main power that I really need. Rock Slide really does hit the majority of this team. Close Combat absolutely murks Alolan Sandslash. Iron Head does the same to Vanillux. We have pretty decent damage here. We don't really have anything for Rotom Wash. There's not really anything that Terrakion gets to hit Rotom Wash, but if this thing is maxed and Rock Sliding with the Rockfall, I take these hits pretty nicely. Safety Goggles means I can't have my I can't be Spored, which is nice, and I also can't be Rage Powdered, so if I do go for max Rockfall into the Cinderace, it's guaranteed to hit it anyway. So it's pretty handy. This thing does a lot of damage. Under Tailwind, this thing outspeeds everything on his team, including an Alolan Sandslash in Hail. So we do a ton of damage here with this thing. The goal of this is just to basically murder his team as fast as possible. And next up, if we can do it with Terrakion, we're going to do it with Balls of Stealer, the Celestealer, of course. Running Assault Vest this week instead of Weakness Policy. I want the extra special defensive power, particularly to deal with Rotom Wash and Vanillux. With Flash Cannon, Giga Drain, Flamethrower, Meteor Beam, this is probably going to be my primary max target if I need to max anything. Largely because this thing has coverage moves to hit his entire team. He does not have an answer for everything on this team, and the fact that I'm bulky enough to be able to take hits from it makes this pretty handy, and its typing is really problematic for Rotten to be able to deal with. Next up is going to be our support option of choice here. We have Torracat, of course, whilst with the Eviolite as normal and Intimidate. We're running fast support this week, so we're max HP, max speed. With Fake Out, Parting Shot, Flare Blitz, and Taunt. The reason we're max speed here is that allows me to outspeed the vast majority of this team. This team is not actually that quick. The only things that are faster than it are Cinderace and potential Scarfers and Alolan Sandslash in Hail. Out of Hail, we actually outspeed, which is pretty nice. We can land some of these parting shots, get a Fake Out off would be pretty nice. Faking out the Amoonguss would always be a nice option. Taunt is there, of course, to shut down any particular Powerline shenanigans, although he does have Prankster, so he could taunt me first, which would suck, but nonetheless, pretty decent support mod in general. Switching in and Intimidate, nerfing Cinderace's attack power, you know, nerfing the Alolan Sandslash's attack power, potential Dragonite, and Golurk. There's enough things to justify Intimidate being on this team, so we are running it this week. And last but by no means least is the debut of the worst Pokemon in the game. WOBBUCHAN'D is here, of course, with the Eye of Papa Berry. People thought this was a meme pick, but this is actually a legitimate pick. This actually is pretty handy with Shadow Tag being able to trap. I can then force Rotten into bringing Pokemon in that he may not want in against me. And then with Mirror Coat counter Encore Destiny Bond, I can Encore things like the Paraline into Fake Out, forcing it to struggle. Now, Destiny Bond on anything that's about to kill is going to pick up a kill back, which is always nice. And of course, Mirror Coat and Counter is very, very terrifying. This pairs up super nicely with access to Taunt, which both my Whimsicott and my Torracat have access to Taunt, and they're both pretty fast in general. It's worth pointing out I am max HP, max speed, with only a Bold Nature on Whimsicott in this instance, but these are fast enough to outspeed the majority of their team, which means being able to Taunt forces them into attacks, and then WOBBUCHAN'D can just counter a Mirror Coat against whatever is in and potentially pick up some kills. Maybe that's going to work out this week, but the main goal is to outplay him in Tailwind. I debated running Trick Room instead of Tailwind, but if he does run Trick Room, so be it. I have Stellar Stealer, which has no speed, with max HP, max special attack. So long as I don't actually set up Tailwind, Stellar Stealer is still going to be a problem. So that's the team we're bringing this week, of course. Let me know what you would have brought down in the comments below. I'd always love to hear. But let's go straight on into the battle and let's see what happens. So see you in a bit. Alright guys, we are connected up with our good friend Rotten, of course. Good luck, have fun, my dude. As always, if you skip the team builder, welcome on into the video. You can see the 6 I'm bringing above me, and you can see the 6 I think he's bringing on the screen below. Oh, of course, we are always going to do our best here. We do have a pretty interesting team, so we will see how well this goes, of course. Rotten is a very good battler. He's been improving season on season, so it's always going to be fun. But as always, guys, if you enjoy RBL content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And we will let the battle begin. Good luck, Rotten. Let's see what you brought for us this time. Let's see how close we were. He might bring Hell, he might not. He did not. He did bring the Trick Room, though. Interesting. No Cinderace, which is surprising. So he brings Dusknoir. Who else does he not bring? He doesn't bring Paraline, he brings Golurk. Okay. So I should have prepped Dark Pulse on Inteleon then, looking at this, although I do have Snipe Shot, so I guess I'm not too worried. So Trick Room is definitely a problem for my team. I don't have the best Trick Room answers. So I could lead Steeler here. Like, his team doesn't do well into Steeler. Let's see. I think I still lead Whimsicott, though. The question is, what else do I lead? So he doesn't have Cinderace, so Inteleon is less good here. I kind of like leading Whimsy to Terrakion with Steeler and Torracat in the back. I do want to bring Wobbuffet, though, at some point. But I think this is probably my team for the first match. And then we'll see what happens. Interesting to see him bring the Trick Room against me. I'm not too surprised to see it. I did say in the team builder it may come because I do have a pace matchup. But yeah. So let's replace the layout. So he doesn't have Sylveon. He has Dusknoir. I didn't actually see what his lead is. It is Dusknoir plus something. Okay, so he does Frisk and find my safety goggles. Oh, it's a Moongus. Okay. So now he knows he can't spawn my Tarak. There's the Dusknoir, and he doesn't bring Paraline, he brings Golurk. So here I taunt the Dusknoir, I think. And I could just Rock Slide here. And go for the flinch. Is that my play? I guess it could be. Yeah, well, taunt and Rock Slide. He didn't bring Paraline, he brought Golurk instead. So yeah, he definitely wanted Trick Room here. So that probably means he has Golurk in the back. We do successfully taunt the Dusknoir. Oh, he's Mantle Herb. That's good to know. Alright, well we are going to Rock Slide here. We missed Kageyama, whichever one that one was. That was the Amoonguss. That's fine. He actually just straight Sludge Bombed my Whimsicott. Okay. Brings me down to my Sash. That's fine. We do actually, unfortunately, die here, which is a little unlucky. But we do get the flinch on the Dusknoir, so that's not too bad. Because we're faster than his whole team with Terrakion anyway, this doesn't necessarily matter to us. Now... what do I lead here? What do I bring in? Let's bring in Steeler. Because I can always save Terrakion if I need to. So now... how do I want to deal with this? I think we max Steeler here. The problem is... do I kill Amoonguss with a Rock Slide plus a Max Flare? That's kind of the issue I have here. Because I don't necessarily mind Trick Room going up. So I think we just Rock Slide again. We know we're faster than his entire team right now. So... Amoonguss kills... Whimsicott. Alright. So I'll be interested to see what he does here, because he did lead very passive to try to get Trick Room up. I mean, he has to try to get Trick Room up at this point. So we're obviously going to max Steeler here. So this could be a waste of a max, because he could just Spore my Steeler here, which could suck. But as we are Assault Vest, we do take these hits pretty well, whatever he goes for otherwise. So we're going to Rock Slide here. We do connect with both this time. That's a physically bulky Amoonguss. We are faster, so that's good news. And that's a dead Amoonguss. Okay. Celesteela kills Amoonguss. We are going to get the Beast Booster here as well, which is going to be really nice. Yeah, more special attack. Poltergeist. And he missed. That's unfortunate. That would not have killed me anyway. But yeah, this Asahi is the Dragonite. Okay. This is fine for me. I can max Rockfall the Dragonite and Rock Slide. Because I'm not really concerned about the Dusknoir right now. There's like, even if he sets up Trick Room, it's not going to matter, because Steeler is like a major problem. So that means he might have Sylveon in the bag. He maxes, so this is Policy Dragonite, I'm guessing. That could be an issue for me, although I don't know if he can actually kill my Steeler in one hit. Okay, so I should have factored in the fact he might max here. That's kind of a misplay on my end, but we'll see. So we are faster. Are you Policy? You are not Policy. Okay, that helps me then. And that looks like physical. So, okay. We have +1 special attack here. Can this knock you out? It does not. But we are going to get good shit. We would have actually killed him if he didn't max here. So that was a good max on his part. Ice Punch. Okay. So we're pretty much seeing this thing's entire set. So it's Trick Room, Ice Punch, Poltergeist, something else. Okay. So I wouldn't mind getting a defense boost here. So I think I might actually still spike this turn, although I do kind of need to rockfall. How do I want to deal with this? Could also switch Stealer out into Torracat. I mean, it is kind of wasting my max, but I wouldn't mind saving Stealer. The problem is Rock Slide plus Sandstorm doesn't kill the Dusknoir here. So I think, yeah. We're gonna Rockfall into the Dragonite and Rock Slide. Got in just in time there. Okay, Dusknoir goes down. Terrakion kills Dusknoir. He does max flare again. It's gonna do a little less because we're not in the thing. That's a crit, right? No, he just straight up killed me. Okay. Dragonite kills Celesteela. Okay. So somewhat unfortunate turn for us there, but that's totally okay. We can go into Torracat now. And Tsukishima is the Golurk. We kind of expected that. So we are going to intimidate both of these, which is nice. We can't fake out, unfortunately. I do like the idea of Flare Blitzing. I also kind of like Parting Shot. Do I Parting Shot the Dragonite, though? Oh, it's faster than me. So I think Parting Shotting the Golurk is better, and then just clicking Rock Slide. Because I think he guards Dragonite here. Oh, he didn't! Alright, so Terrakion kills Dragonite. I'm surprised he didn't guard there. Maybe he couldn't. We are going to get a Parting Shot off. We're going to weaken this Golurk as best we can. Because he could just Earthquake here. Oh, he Drain Punched. Interesting. Did solid amount. Okay. So I think we are just going to keep Parting Shotting it. So that it really can't do much. And then we'll go for Iron Head. Or maybe I should have protected. But I kind of don't want to reveal I have protect just yet. Good damage. Get another Parting Shot off. Basically trying to cripple this thing as much as possible. Because he does flinch. Okay. We are actually going to protect this turn. Because I don't want him to continuously Drain Punch me. So we're just going to weaken him as best as we can. So that we safely win this 1v1. So he does try to Drain Punch me again. Not surprising. Okay. Okay, we land another Iron Head. Get another Parting Shot. So now he's -4. And he does flinch. I think an Iron Head plus a Flare Blitz kills now, so that's what we're going for. He's not showing Protect on this Golurk, so... And Terrakion actually just knocks it out, so... Terrakion kills Golurk. So yeah, if he gets Trick Room up, this is potentially a problem for me, but Celesteela kind of does well against his team. As we see from there. So that's a pretty good game 1 for us. We take that 2-0, which is nice. We'll play with the same rules. Alrighty. I know one thing is Rotten has gone better at adapting in between matches, so I think he's gonna adapt his lead here. So we'll see. We'll see what he does this time. So I think leading Steeler isn't a bad option for me. My big worry is if he leads Amoonguss and spores it. I do kind of like the idea of leading Torracat this time, instead of Whimsicott. I think Torracat plus Terrakion makes sense. I don't think Wobbuffet actually does enough here for me to justify bringing it. We definitely want Steeler in the back. Maybe we bring in Talion. Because we know this Dragonite's not weakness policy, so it's probably Assault worst. Actually, let's not bring this first. Let's lead the same. I think we actually just bring the same 4, honestly. Because I can also switch Whimsicott out into Torracat, which is what we did against Saiyan as well. So let's see what he leads this time. Okay, this time he leads Kageyama, which is the Amoonguss, and Rotom. Okay. So we match up fine with Rotom. This thing could be Scarf. This could be a Scarf Rotom. I'm gonna protect Terrakion this turn. And I think we taunt, or just, yeah. I think we taunt the Amoonguss here. Because I don't want him sporing. Interesting, no max on the Rotom. He does Rage Powder. I kind of expected that. But I'm okay with this, because now he can't do that again. As it's a nasty plot Rotom. Okay. Good to know. So, I can now Rock Slide here. And Tailwind, I think. So we know he's not Scarf Rotom anymore. Actually, Tailwinding is not worth it, because we're faster. I can just Moonblast. I mean, he probably doubles Whimsicott here, but I'm okay with this. Because he does max the Rotom this time. I could have... should I have maxed Terrakion there? Yeah, I definitely should. Although I'm kind of okay with him maxing now. So I should have Tailwinded so that my Celesteela was faster. But that's okay. If we get a special attack drop, that'll be even better. We don't, but that's fine. Get some good damage off. Here comes the Geyser. That's what I expected. So Terrakion's going down here. Alright. Rotom Wash. Goes Terrakion. And Sludge Bomb will take me down to my stash. Does it kill me this time? No. Oh, it might still kill me. It does not. Okay, and we see leftovers on the Rotom. So, I think this time we lead go into Steeler. We're obviously maxing this. So the Amoonguss is still taunted, so it can't spore me. But yeah, I think we Dynamax here and we Overgrowth into Rotom. And we click Tailwind. Switches Amoonguss out, which makes sense. Kyoko, what is this? That is the Sylveon. Okay. Interesting that you brought this out, because I could have still spiked into that slot. Mind you, he doesn't know I have it yet. Although he should expect it. Bringing out Torracat's a risky play here, but I kind of want to do it. We gotta get our tailwind off. I don't think we're faster. We might be. Depends how much speed this Rotom has. We are faster now. That's actually really good for us. Doesn't kill, but that still does a sizable amount of damage. The question is, can you kill me? Does go for lightning. We are AV, and we're max HP, and we do take it, so that definitely works out in our favor here. Okay. So he could guard Rotom this turn, but I don't know if I can risk that. I mean, he should guard this turn. That's what I should say. So what if I actually overgrowth into the Sylveon instead? Or Steel Spike into Sylveon, rather. Nah, we have to overgrowth, I think. And, Worry Seed the Sylveon, so it doesn't have Pixelate anymore. Yeah, he did guard. Makes sense. Have no problem with that. We're gonna Worry Seed the Sylveon, so no more Pixelate. He did try to Hyper Voice. It's going to do nothing to my Stealer now, but it will kill off the Whimsicott. Sylveon kills Whimsicott. So his max is over now. So we go into Torracat. So he has a Mungus in the back still. Okay. We definitely want to take out this Rotom right now. So I am gonna fake out the Sylveon. Okay. And down goes the Rotom. So Celesteela kills Rotom. I think my Tailwind's running out though, so I may have a problem here, but we'll see. Because now Rotom is gone, Amoonguss can't really beat Torracat 1v1 necessarily, unless he poisons me. So that's something to bear in mind. Kageyama is the Amoonguss. Okay, so we are still in the rain, unfortunately. So that's one problem we have. I do want to Flash Cannon into Sylveon if I can. Because we can taunt the Amoonguss. Question is, how many turns of rain do we have? One turn of rain, one turn of Tailwind. Let's see. So yeah, I think we Flash Cannon Sylveon. And taunt into the Amoonguss. Actually protect Sylveon, which is a good protect. But we're gonna taunt this Amoonguss. Okay, unfortunately we don't get this off, but that's fine. Yep, he tried to Spore me. Not surprised. And now the rain is gone. So I don't know if this Sylveon has Mystical Fire. We've seen Hyper Voice protect. So I think we Flash Cannon. And I kind of want to Flare Bloods. Because I think his last pick may be Dragonite. So I don't actually want to take too much damage here. Yeah, because I don't want him to really be able to do too much to my... And so, Torracat is faster than Sylveon, that's good to know. That's good damage. The Steeler is also faster, so this is a bulky Sylveon. Alright, Sylveon goes down. Celesteela kills Sylveon. So we're +2 special attack right now. We can't be Spored. Sludge Bomb into Torracat. Did a lot of damage, and we do get poisoned, which is unfortunate. So the question is Dragonite your last? It is, okay. The upside is he can't max here. But the problem is he has Fire Punch. So I think this match is a loss. Unless I can find a way back in. Is there a way for me to win this? Because Amoonguss can't beat Steeler, so if I can Flash Cannon and potentially Parting Shot, I think I have a way to win, but we'll see. We are faster, so we are actually lowering his stats. He does Fire Punch me. Unfortunately, I couldn't save it. Okay, so this is a loss, sadly. Dragonite kills Celesteela, and Amoonguss kills Torracat. Okay, so that is now going to a game 3. Okay. Is this the time for WOBBUCHAN'D? I think it is. Is this WOBBUCHAN'D time? So Torracat didn't necessarily do all that much that game. And to be honest, neither really did Whimsicott. So I think actually we don't bring Whimsicott this time. I think we lead Torracat. Torracat Steeler, maybe? Yeah, I think Torracat Steeler is my lead. Because I need Steeler to break through a lot of things. The problem is I need Tailwind. So one thing we did learn is Steeler outspeeds Sylveon. So this is low speed Sylveon. So Steeler outsped it, which is interesting. Okay. So we know the Dragonite has Fire Punch for Steeler. What do I do about this? So Rotom may not come again. Although it should. He needs Rotom for my Steeler. So the kind of question mark here is like, what does he go into? Because I actually liked Whimsicott a fair bit, but I don't think it's actually that good. So I think leading Torracat and Steeler might be the option here. He might also go back to Trick Room, which is something else to consider. See, the reason I like leading Terrakion is because I can actually potentially beat the Rotom, but I actually think leading Steeler is better. Terrakion in the back feels pretty nice. And then, do I bring Wobbuffet or Inteleon? I guess Inteleon could work if he keeps bringing the Dragonite. Yeah, let's go with Inteleon. So, no Wobbuffet, unfortunately. I did want to bring it, but unfortunately it's not going to work. Well, it could work, but it's too situational. So we're bringing pure offense this time round. Okay, what does he lead? The same as he did last time. Okay, so we actually did pretty good out of this lead. Okay, so last time he tried to nasty plot the Rotom. I can taunt here to prevent him from doing that. I mean, he could just straight up max Geyser me, though. That's the other thing he could also do. I do think taunting the Amoonguss is better, though. I mean, I could also fake out the Amoonguss. Yeah, I mean, I can also just max Overgrowth into Rotom, thinking he... Because I think he does just straight max, to be honest, but we can match it. He does max it, yeah, that's what I expected. That's why I taunted Amoonguss there. I wonder if I should have potting shot it, because he could just Geyser my Torracat here. I think I actually should have potting shot it. I might have misplayed here. I mean, we know Steeler lives, so that's not a problem. Yeah, should have max flared. That was bad. We do go before the Rotom, so yeah, I should have potting shotted. Never mind. He actually didn't. He went for Steeler. Okay. That was a crit. Oh, that matters, actually. That crit damage actually matters a lot. We are going to hit an Overgrowth here, though. It's going to do negligible damage. That's a really important crit. Although, something to bear in mind is we are faster, so... we can cripple this, Rotom. Yeah. We kind of have to do this now, which is unfortunate. I mean, I can protect on either of these. We got to Inteleon, I think. Lightning into Steeler. Does this kill me now? No, because of the cripple. Okay, I did half, which is really good. We're taking the terrain away as well, which is also nice. Sludge Bomb into the Inteleon. Does too much damage, I hate it. I mean, I feel like you gotta ride him this time, right? So... I can actually go for the Air Slash into the... I mean, he could outplay me here, but I don't think he necessarily will. I think we'll take out the Amoonguss here. Yeah, there's the guard. So we do get the outplay. Oh, he was the Flying Berry. Okay. Oh my god, even through the berry, that still did a ton. Oh, that was a crit. Mind. Yeah. So we got a crit back, which is good news. Alright. Celesteela kills Among Us. Alright, what's next? Dragonite. Okay. Alright, what does this want to do to me? The unfortunate thing is, my max has ended. But I think we can Icy Wind and Giga Drain. Maybe we live. Who knows? Maybe we're faster at -1. Decent bit of chip. We'll get the speed drops. We are! Ooh, that may actually have mattered a lot there, because we killed the Rotom now. Alright. Celesteela kills Rotom Wash. Okay, we're +2 special attack now, so the question is, did he let me live? Fire Punch? No. No. He did not. Smart play. Dragonite kills Celesteela. Okay. And now we can go into Torracat. Kyoko is the Sylveon. Okay. Alright. So I guess we kind of expected this. I think we Icy Wind again. And we fake out the Sylveon. Yeah, so that was multi-scale Dragonite, so that's good to know. Okay. Fly Dragonite. Alright, that's fine by me. We can then Snipe Shot into Kyoko. And I guess we Potting Shot. Do I really want Terrakion taking damage though? Probably not. I like Flare Blixen into Kyoko here as well. Get the Snipe Shot off. Little bit of chip. That was a crit. You love to see it. Let off a Flare Blitz. This is going to do a ton. And a straight up kill Sylveon. Nice. Torracat kills Sylveon. We still have Terrakion in the bag, so he probably flew into Inteleon here. Yeah, that's a dead Inteleon. Oh, it's not a dead Inteleon. Ho ho! That grassy terrain helping me out. Huge here. Alrighty. Actually, I kind of would have preferred Inteleon to die there. But that's okay. We can Icy Wind and Flare Blitz. This should pick up the kill. He does Aqua Jet me. Does not kill Inteleon. You'll love to see it. Okay. And Inteleon just straight up kills. Alright, Inteleon kills Dragonite, and that is good game to Rotten, dude. We keep our win streak up against him, but as always, that was a banger match. Rotten definitely does put put me through a stern test, but he played very, very well. There's some really good turns in that. Game 2, he played brilliantly. He countered my plan really well. Unfortunately, I had just about enough for him in Game 3 to be able to pull it off. Inteleon definitely coming in clutch at the end with those icy wins. But GG's rotten. We moved to 1-1. Unfortunately, he's still 0-2, but he will pick up wins this season. He's a very good player with a very, very scary team. So definitely a very interesting match to play. Next week, we are actually playing the Commissioner himself, Rakustik, and his Anaheim Ducklets, so look forward to that one. I'm looking forward to that too. His team is equally terrifying, so definitely got my work cut out. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Rabombi Teacher. I'm your coach of the Royal Bomber for Bombies. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. And if you liked the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that you never miss an upload. We upload every single day on this channel. Make sure you're following me on all of my social medias on the screen right now. And a huge shout out to the shiny Rabombis of this month: Araya Jade, The Crazed Artist, Mr. Burns 1988, and Average Gaming 017. Thank you all for your continued support.